We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. The right question is usually more important than the right answer. We are twice armed if we fight with faith. A good decision is based on knowledge, not on numbers. There is no harm in repeating a good thing. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself, but to be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, and people with the least wit make the greatest babblers. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. Books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools speak because they have to say something. Bodily exercise, when compulsory, does no harm to the body, but knowledge acquired under compulsion will cost the mind a huge damage. Ideas are the source of all things. Knowledge becomes evil if the aim is not virtuous. A library of wisdom is more precious than all wealth, and all things that are desirable cannot be compared to it. Whoever, therefore, claims to be zealous of truth, of happiness, of wisdom or knowledge, must become a lover of books. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. The untrained mind keeps up a running commentary, labeling everything, judging everything, so it's best to ignore that commentary. Don't argue or resist, just ignore. Deprived of attention and interest, this voice gets quieter and quieter and eventually just shuts up. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. Necessity is the mother of invention. Every heart sings a song incomplete until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Only the dead have seen the end of war. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. One of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Love is simply the name for the desire and pursuit of the whole. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. I'm trying to think, so don't confuse me with facts. If women are expected to do the same work as men, we must teach them the same things. There is truth in wine and children. Those who tell the stories rule society. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. Education is teaching our children to desire the right things. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. You should not honor men more than truth. When men speak ill of you, live so as nobody may believe them. The beginning is the most important part of the work. The object of education is to teach us to love what is beautiful. A house that has a library in it has a soul. Those who are able to see beyond the shadows and lies of their culture will never be understood, let alone believed by the masses. The madness of love is the greatest of heaven's blessings. Death is not the worst that can happen to men. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you, help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. There is in every one of us, even those who seem to be most moderate, a type of desire that is terrible, wild, and lawless. Nothing is beautiful without struggle. You can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Reality is created by the mind, and we can change our reality by changing our mind. When you feel grateful, you become great and eventually attract great things. Poverty doesn't come because of the decrease of wealth, but because of the increase of desires. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. Love is born into every human being. It calls back the halves of our original nature together. It tries to make one out of two and heal the wound of human nature. To love rightly is to love what is orderly and beautiful in an educated and disciplined way. The one who learns and doesn't practice is like the one who plows and never plants.